Good morning from sunny North America
Well, at least sunny Alberta.
and sunny Alberta. At least we have breaks for very stormy moments. They were scaring us yesterday, severe storm weather, but it wasn't. Just big drops, few drops, and that's it, few times yesterday. Different occasions. So you think we will pull the umbrella out so there will be no damage. Hello, Joanne, Cindy, Susan, Leo Smile, Maggie Zell, Martha S., Alexis, and we will be missing today group 66 because
No, she's online right now.
Oh, so she's still on. Okay, and then Brooke is traveling to Europe with her family, so she will have wonderful vacation. Just hot, but she's used to it. Judy and JW. How nice to have all of you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. If you'd like to book a reading with Violetta, please do go. Are you teed up for Saturday's video?
Yeah.
Okay.
I will do it.
If you'd like a reading, please go to her website at psychicvioletta.com.
Yeah. Because one of you will be winner, but the rest, if you like to have reading, I will appreciate you coming. And I'm just trying to prepare for.
Welcome, VJJR, Group 66, Maggie Zeal, Tina Lanone, Levita Smith, Martha S., Joanne Hill, Suzanne Fabian, Alexis, Judy Oulette, thank you very much for the regulars, always coming back. JW, Bridget York, Sonia, Irma. It's just a really exciting time, partly because Violetta had predicted that the Oilers would win the Stanley Cup, and they've taken it now to the 7th game, and it's tonight.
And when I was predicting it was fun because no one was believing.
Yeah, and that was even before the last game, and the 2 last games, I think, or the last game. Anyways, it's so interesting because if she gets this right, that'll be 3 for 3.
Yeah, two Super Bowls, but this one is like a Super Bowl for Canadians.
But it's quite. I mean, there's been such.
I can be. I'm just a psychic. Until it's proven, then I can be proud of it, but not before.
So we'll have to wait until tonight to see who wins. But if it is, good for you.
And I don't think that Trump will be the announcement about Trump's immunity will be done on Thursday.
No, I don't think they'd want to do it before.
They will be making some excuses. If they can make more excuses, they will be waiting for after vacation. But I don't know if that will be proper. They shouldn't, but that's what. And this will be the probably last announcement before the vacation.
And for Alberta, if anybody was worried about Alberta like I was, and you were, but Nenad Nenshi, who I wanted in, got in as leader of the opposition. And he's a real challenger to Smith, our premier. Our premier follows, I'm sure she'd welcome Trump here.
Oh, she will be very happy with him, and he will support her too.
Yeah, I mean, she takes advice from Tucker Carlson.
And Tucker Carlson was visiting her, so they are buddies.
Yeah, and she's got a thing going with Texas's.
Oh yeah, she
governor.
Is. Oh,
and now DeSantis.
She's a Trumper.
Yeah, she is a Trumper. But anyways, he is great. He was mayor of Calgary for 3 terms, and he's very, very fair, and he looks at things both ways. NDP is the far left in Canada, and he's sort of more central. Instead of being so far, he's more towards the central left.
He's for people.
He's for the people. And his acceptance speech and even his speech before he was elected, it's all about the people.
Mm-hmm.
And Smith is all about Smith. I mean, she's doing end runs on things behind, like she wants to get rid of mayors if she doesn't like them, and aldermen, and
she wants to have a grip.
Power. Anyways, 3.5 more years.
Thank you so much, Christina. Thank you, Nayani. Thank you, Chris. I didn't see you for quite a while.
But there's hope. There's really good hope. And so everything is going to change because he's going to be good. And he's fair, which I like. Angie Fleming. How does one become more clairvoyant? The ability to perceive the events in the future.
3 cards. Oh my gosh, where's my... I have to water my sponge because it wasn't used since Friday. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I believe every child has some moment that it will show up that has some abilities. And it's up to parents to cultivate that or kill. I know even my niece, she was seeing my stepfather in a rocking chair. And she was describing him. And she never have seen him because she was born in Austria and then they immigrated to Canada. Mm-hmm. But she was describing him. And her mom was not happy about that because ghosts are not a good thing for the kid to see it. Connection, try again. Can you go and check the connection? Yeah. We have that. Oh, it's back. We lost 4 months connection. Why?
No idea.
Bye.
Well, there's supposed to be an awful lot of internet stuff coming up because of the planets.
Yeah. Secure that. Make sure that you are encouraging that gift. Man, boy or girl, doesn't matter. And make them feel like this is something that they will be happy about doing, fulfilling their dreams. Because my mom was calling me detective. I didn't know anything about psychics. But detective, I wanted to be a detective. I was reading, books about detective stories and so on. So it was, Agatha Christie was my favorite. And we had once a week criminal serial. Mm-hmm. And she was allowing us to watch it, even it was not for kids. And she was always asking me, who is going to be the guilty one? That was at the beginning. And after a few minutes, I would tell her. And I was always correct. And she said, how can you see it? I said, I'm just using logic. Because Agatha Christie was using logic. And I thought, it's so easy. I don't know. I don't think it was even psychic abilities. My mom allowed me to use my logical abilities.
But you also come from a line of gypsies.
Yeah, and she was granddaughter of a gypsy, and I'm great-granddaughter from her. And her father was in Auschwitz. When he landed in Auschwitz, he knew he would survive it. He would be able to survive because he said, I have 4 kids at home. My wife just died. I will survive. He didn't know how many years he would be there. And the first thing when they ask who is a carpenter, he never was a carpenter, but he's raising his hand. Who is this? Who is that? And Dr. Goldsmith, he was not able to lie about that. But he was pretending to be a toolmaker, and they hired him. They took him. So he survived. He survived 4 years or 5 years of Auschwitz. because he was one of the first ones. So his number was 114,000. So it's the intuition we all have. It's helping us to survive sometimes the moments that are very hard to survive. And today I was listening about a guy in California who survived 10 days in bushes, and the mountain lion was following him.
Mm-hmm.
Huge animal, cougar, whatever sometimes we call them. And he survived that. His hair was like bushy hair. I don't think they grew that fast in 10 days. So he shaved them a bit bad because he was looking completely different. And his hands were in probably bleeding from the walking through the bushes and so on. But, it was his intuition to help him to survive. We are using intuition for different reasons, not only to predict things, but to survive.
Mm-hmm.
And every ancestor in our history was using that.
And I just want to make a comment here that our welcome to Joanne Hall, Carmen at Everall Wellness. She's from sunny Vancouver. It's the first time I've seen that name here. Patrice Wright.
Mm-hmm.
Artist Liz is here too. Suzanne Foreman, Christina. Thank you very much for joining us. Politics aside, this is from Maggie Zeal. Will the young royals step up now that Princess Anne has been in hospital? Will her children become working members of the firm? She fell and she got a concussion, so she's in hospital. She's doing fine.
That was famous when she fell down from the horse. You remember when she was Olympic?
A long time ago, yeah.
Oh, in the 70s or late 60s. And we had even a song about when Princess Anne fell down from the horse.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, there will be dingling there. I don't know, because it's like you have necklace and it's hanging there, so that they are part of the thing,
Mm-hmm.
but they will be still dingling. I don't see them being very active. So she had concussion?
Yeah, she has a concussion.
So for quite a few days she wouldn't be able to
She's
perform.
Mm-hmm.
Like my brother's granddaughter, she had a concussion on the soccer, like your granddaughter.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that she had concussion, but she's a player. And so she fell backwards, and she had to be 1 month. She can sit on the game, but she can't take part of the game for 1 month. So I think Princess Anne will have to start all over everything for the security and big change. She will let the kids to take some of her responsibilities. They will be forced.
But not the, I was reading that, like even Kate and William's kids, they don't want them to be so involved. The monarchy's going to change and it's going to evolve. And it'll evolve to where it should be.
Yeah, but Anne's kids are old.
They're older, yeah.
Yeah. And she was never a warm mother. She's never a warm person. She's very, very strict, like her mother was, even more disciplinary, more boundaries.
She's been great behind Charles, helping him.
Yeah, she's a good sister, and she's wonderful she was even nice to Meghan.
Christina and Mariana
at least at the beginning. I don't know how.
I may be mispronouncing that. Mm-hmm. Where would be the best places in the world or North America be to live to avoid climate extremes or other calamities?
In Alberta.
We have pretty, we may get cold, but it's a cold, dry weather.
So it's not, when you don't have the moisture, you don't have the, I was trying, okay. We don't have the moisture, so it's not that bad.
It doesn't get into your bones. You can dress in layers and you'll be fine.
And when I came to Canada, right away to Alberta, a week later, I'm driving a car on Ross Street, and it's up the hill.
Mm-hmm.
And I noticed that I could smell blood in my nose. I thought, oh gosh,
Dry climate.
But I adjusted, and I love it. It's not that you don't have as many pain in the bones as other places when there is moisture, too much moisture. So I think we are lucky.
So where else would you live?
Montana. It's quiet. It's there is not that much pollution. A lot of rednecks, but
A lot of rednecks.
but it's climate-wise, it's under Alberta, and those two states, I think I will be preferring. Saskatchewan is nice too, but prairies. We have mountains and we have lakes in Alberta and we have prairies, so I prefer Alberta definitely. It's beautiful.
I love this one. Berry Picker 1. Question: since Trump mentioned how well the Florida Panthers hockey team were doing, they have lost 3 games straight in the Stanley Cup final. So this person was asking, with the series tied 3-3, who will win the final game? You had predicted it would be the Oilers. Everything that,
Trump is touching and it's changing.
Are you not bored with being a winner? Just a winner over and over again. Trump says, oh, he's going to make everybody a winner.
Trump thinks he has Midas touch. He's touching anything and it's changing into a gold. So he might be changing the gold looking thing. I'm sorry, for entertainment only. You know what I'm talking about.
Irene Chavez is asking, what about the 4-year-old who was found next day from the woods? I don't know about that case.
We don't know anything. But good that it was found.
Terry Stefani, I noticed the difference between young children and middle school children. When I had to teach one class a year in my son's school, older kids were afraid to try and be wrong. Psychic may be same. It's the curiosity to ask questions, to find answers themselves, really is invaluable as adults, instead of just being fed information and taking it as what you should know and be told. Because that's what they're trying to do in different states, etc. They're trying to take the books out of libraries, anything that gives an alternative thought. But when you have alternative thoughts, you actually come to the best decision for you.
And another thing, I feel the huge role in my developing of my psychic abilities was playing the fact that I was for 9 months in the sanatorium where kids were dying and no parents were able to visit. So in place like that, you learn to adjust to the situation much faster, and you are probably very good observer as a kid. Mm-hmm. And I survived. Actually, I even seduced one nurse. She loved me and she wanted to adopt me. I was friends with her, Mrs. Lipinski. And when she was older, I still was keeping touch with her. And then I was in orphanage for 1 year. My mom was sick with tuberculosis, so they isolated us. Me and my brother went to one place, I went to another. He's very people smart as well, Janusz. And that was giving me abilities to know how to survive, how to be friends with people, but not letting anyone to take advantage of me, how to stand up to bullies. And again, I make a really good friend with one gentleman who was a driver there. He was bringing me saint pictures, and he was when the kids went with the teacher. We went with the teacher to the tunnel. and the big wasps attacked us. I told you that. And she told me to run to that place where we were located, and she said, "Bring Mr. Rupert to us." I ran there. I was a poor runner. I never was a good runner, but I ran there with other kids, and I told him that I can take him there, and the other kids, I can take you, I can, Mr. Rupert. And he said, no, I will take Violetta's word over yours. And I thought, oh gosh. So it was giving me somehow I was able to get the trust from providers and from the kids. And so I don't know. I was only between 6 and 7 when I was that time. And I knew how to make friends with kids. I never was a bully, and I was the only kid who got prize that I didn't told the teachers about the kids. She said, oh, we have one prize. And Violetta won, Viola won because she never was coming to us for complaining about any of you. Somehow I knew how to deal with everyone. And it is the psychic ability. So if you feel that your kid has something, encourage them. It's not going to hurt them, ever. If they will be buying something, they will be having if they will be in a business, they will know who they can go with in the business to. The intuition is always for us to protect us.
Okay, we're moving on to him.
Oh boy. Who is he?
This is from Leo Smiles. And it is...
is he Democrat or...
He's Republican. Would you mind taking a look at Michigan Republican legislator Neil Fisk, recently arrested and released, but the potential charges include sexual assault. He's accused of chasing an exotic dancer while he was brandishing a gun, has not been formally charged, may face felony-level sexual assault and weapons charges. They had a disagreement, and there were possible shots fired as well, not far from his home where he lived down this place at 2:45 a.m. Is he going to actually face consequences to this? Are they going to continue on with the charges?
And one look at him, I will never consider myself being friend with him. So that's intuition. The intuition will always kick and tell you, stay away from a guy like that. So I asked, who is he? Because I thought, oh no, not the Democrat. I don't want to say something what I'm feeling about him.
So what question are you going to be answering about? Is he going to be charged, or what's going to be his future, or what?
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
Okay. And I see a symbol of open cards. Everything will be open. Like, I'm never using cards like that. I'm always using them like this when I'm pulling and I'm closing my eyes. But it looks like everything will be open. They will have so many choose and pick things that it will give them the ability to know what they are talking about. I'm not letting myself it will be easier, because if I will be doing this, I don't think you will be sitting next to me. No. And it will be a good harvest for the lawyers. Oh, you would like to pretend that he's a good guy. But the celebration will be on the accusations. He will be trying to force everyone to think that he is a good guy. The first look, I think he spent a lot of time in the bars, drinking and pretending to be a cool guy. I don't know what he's even doing in the politics of that.
So what's his future then?
Oh, it will be destroyed. His future will be destroyed. Everything will be in open, and they will be choosing the things that it will let them to put him in the place where he belongs. And there is no bar, no striptease girls, no stripper.
Regina, who's goes by the handle of Spirits Now. What will Putin and Kim Jong-un do as an October surprise that they stated after Putin's visit to North Korea?
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
They will be rolling balls like in there is a place where people go for bowling alleys. So the miss and hit, sometimes they will be lucky to deliver something, sometimes they wouldn't, because sometimes you are not always lucky to deliver the thing. Angel of Justice, something that will be related to the justice system, so people will be judging Biden, and it will cause a lot of stress, a lot of disarray, and a lot of crying. So they will be successful in some ways. I'm sorry. Some rolling balls will reach the target. And it will be something that it will be very upsetting for Biden.
Patrice Wright, good morning from New Zealand. Our conservative government is reducing spending on everything. It's sending us into a recession. Can we ride this out to the next election?
New Zealand, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you had such a wonderful lady who was so good, and then she gave up so fast. But she was for 2 cadences, I think, and when she had a baby, she was still active.
1, 2, 3.
The country will be divided. So it will be like a big hole in the crater growing in the country. And sometimes you have those earthquakes, and it looks like there will be some earthquake, and that might affect this, or there will be a political earthquake. About money, sharing the money, you will eventually find that the voting will be good. Make sure that that person is not cheating, because it will try to cheat to get to the top. You know, that's my cheating card.
Well, this should be interesting for you. Beverly Jones is asking, what is good for knee pain? Wow.
Yeah.
We know what isn't working for you.
It doesn't work too well for me. It's working for my brother. He started having a pain, and I was suffering for over a year and a half. Eventually, I got cortisone. He went for the knee pain, and his doctor pulled the water out of his knee because it was swollen. They didn't do that for me. I still have the swollen knee. But yesterday I was wearing a little heels. That was first time in 1.5 years. And and he's golfing. So 20 holes. I think that's what they were talking yesterday all day about playing golf. Tracy is a golfer, Roman is a golfer, and my brother. And my sister-in-law is well informed, but she never goes golfing. So he can golf. I don't think I will survive on the golfing field. He's 3 years younger than me.
So you took cortisone and it didn't work. It worked for my mom.
It's worked a little bit, but not, except that I was red for 2 days.
Now, there was something interesting, and I can't remember.
And I was using the magnesium for massages. I was using the helmet. You remember that?
Yeah,
with vibrations. And it's first at the beginning was helping. Eventually, I think I'm such a stubborn.
There was something that was interesting with a physiotherapist that I follow online and talking about knee pain. And he was saying that one of the best things for knee pain is to strengthen from the knee down. And you do that by walking backwards. Mm-hmm. And so I walk backwards in the house because I have a little bit of arthritis in my right knee. And it seems I don't have the pain.
I have to back up from my I'm just
Yeah,
kidding.
but I mean, it's he had it. People just walking when you go out walking. I think it would be a little crazy to see me walking backwards, but I do it around the house whenever I can.
Okay, that's.
But it
I have
strengthens
to.
that part of the body.
And it is all about muscle, to strengthen your muscle, and that will help you. And that's maybe the reason my brother is more successful, because he is working a lot on the golf club. And he's not working, so he is just enjoying his freedom.
Kelly McCall, how will Trump do at the debate? Will he lose control?
He was asking today I was watching that he was asking, because yesterday I was out of reach for TV. But today he was asking if he has to be mean guy.
Yeah. Should he be mean or not? And the crowd was, yes, yes. 3.
He will try it, and then he will take off his, so he will be yelling above the microphone. It's not that they will be putting lid on him. It's still be, you can still hear his yelling, because he will be in the same space. Maybe they should put some plexiglass between them. Yeah, they should,
But they were also saying that the Democrats were also saying that it's to Biden's advantage if Trump, because that's what he did the last time. He went crazy and he was loud and over speaking.
He will take a stage as a silly Billy, and he will be a star. It's all for the money. He will be doing this because he will feel that he has to. He will be able to be successful. If anyone knows how to do the reverse mirror, because
that's on Zoom.
No, Tracy was trying on Skype on our live stream, and she couldn't do it. They apparently they make this impossible.
No, but this is on Zoom. We did it on live stream where we had it so that it's not reverse. It's only reverse on the screen.
Yeah, but it's so annoying for me because have to.
It changed a while ago on its own, it seemed.
And she said that that's for copyrights, so they can't. She couldn't reverse. But if anyone will be able to send me a link how to reverse this, I will show.
Just on the screen here, how to reverse it so that, and it's on a Zoom.
Yeah, so
or not Zoom, YouTube.
It's
YouTube
on
Live.
YouTube Live on live stream. Otherwise, it's fine. But on live stream, I was with Diana, and we were fine. But it's when we are together, and I know she's sitting on my right, and over here looks like it's opposite, and I'm completely lost.
It's not a mirror image.
And someone asked, before you will start, someone asked me in the comments why I'm asking Cheryl
to count, or even anybody who collaborates with her to count.
And I can do this on my own when I'm doing videos by myself. I can do it by my own, but I believe that power of 2 is bigger than power of 1. So, and when she is counting, I'm putting my hand on the card when it's spread. And somehow when people are coming for reading privately, the same thing. So, yeah, I program myself this way.
Dara Kinsley is asking who killed John O'Keefe.
Who's John O'Keefe?
Cop friends are Karen. Going back to Karen Reed.
Oh, this one. 3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
Okay. I know that they want to say that she drove over him and killed him. He was a big guy, policeman. He was not he was intoxicated, but not to the point that he will let someone to drive over him. And when you are moving backwards, it's not that you are right away on the full speed. I saw the scene when my husband was putting us out in our driveway, and he fell and he hit his back. And the neighbor, the same day, he hit his head. He was in bruises for 2 weeks from top to the bottom in the hospital. The neighbor from the laundromat. When there was beginning of that storm, it was icy. And he probably fell on the ground just when he saw that she's moving and hit his head because she wouldn't hit him. And the light is on the left side or right side of the car. So she will have to drive over him with the tires because the tires are very close. I believe he hit him. It was accident that he fell on the back. That's my kind of observation, because when I saw my husband in a vision that my husband hit himself, I thought, gosh, it's not that hard to put the salt outside the driveway. And it wasn't as slippery but it was slippery. And the worst is when you have ice and then snow. Yeah, that was accident. And that would be a good reason for her to celebrate, and she will be moving forward.
She's not going to go to jail?
I don't think she should. I'm not crazy about her. I don't think I said she doesn't have a good energy. She's mean, whoever she is, but I don't think she killed him. She was calling him all the time, furious, and making messages. If she knew that she killed him, she wouldn't be doing that. Come on. If a woman is mad at man and she knows that she killed him, she's not going to swear at him that she is a cheater or whatever.
User SZ7HG7LZ7F. Putin wants an alliance with North Korea and Vietnam. Do you see that it's because Putin doesn't think that Trump will win? Does Putin think Trump will win? I mean, he's going to do his best, but what do you think is behind that? 1, 2,
50-50. He knows that he has a loose cannon, so he can't really rely on him. And Putin relies on himself more than on anyone. Russia is for the security. He wants to be independent from anything, and he's worried about the consequences. So, and maybe he knows that he can't really send money to Trump as easy as it was before. So no, I don't. 50-50. I don't think Putin knows that he can win, and the same as everyone else has to take that in consideration, that Trump can be the winner.
Artistic World question: Russian fleet of submarines are in the Caribbean beside Cuba. What is going on?
Again, because they were already there in Cuba. Caribbean, yeah.
Yeah, they're in the Caribbean beside Cuba. 1, 2, 3.
They are just measuring something, like taking observation. It's pure work, taking chances. So they are debating how to, in case of attack, they want to be prepared for invasion even one day. So they are in a chariot. They want to be more present in Cuba in case Cuba will get away from them, because they will never let Cuba to get away from Russia. So if Cuba will try to be independent, they will step down. And it was so easy for Americans to be there because Obama made that agreement, and then Trump reversed that. And it was without invasion. Americans could be present in Cuba, and the economy will be better. Everything will be more happy. Everyone will be more happy. But excuse me. Yeah. But Trump reversed that.
Trump
It was,
reversed a lot of things.
yeah,
One of
because
his first things that he did
it
was
was probably order from Putin. Move your from over here. Sorry, big language. And I just said, "Hey." So it is for entertainment only. But I think he didn't want Americans to be there. So Trump. No one is saying how much destruction he did.
Well, I know that when he first got into office, one of the things that he did is he took away, there were chemicals that were going into a water supply. And he removed the protections that were put in place to stop those chemicals from being used. And you do whatever you want, just pay me, sort of thing.
Yeah, and then people are writing sometimes comments. He was such a wonderful president. How can you accuse him about things? Come on.
Well, he did an awful lot of damage.
And they are just blindfolded.
Carmen at Everall Wellness, she rubs organic castor oil on my knee and wraps it with cotton and keeps it overnight.
Oh,
and
yes,
helps
I
with
remember
inflammation
about
and
that.
pain.
I did try that a little bit.
Oh, Craig Dixon says he walks backwards for about a half a block and it helps. Derek Kinzer says, I used to jog backwards just to strengthen my hammies, but didn't know it works for knees. Thank you. Oh,
okay.
Well, I do that because
we can walk backwards.
Well, I do it around the house.
I have a big yard. I can walk around the big yard probably.
Derek Kinsey says also about cabbage leaves.
And my husband is using lawnmower forward and backwards, so that
helps. It goes backwards.
Yeah.
Maybe you should start mowing the lawn.
Well, don't tell this loud because.
Oh, I'm sorry. Richard's listening to this right now. So
he just was telling me that I will start to learn taking lessons how to move lawnmower, and I never did that yet.
MIAG 97 or 9277.
Don't listen to that program. Don't listen.
Yeah, no, Violetta does not want to mow the lawn. People are using drugs like Ozempic to lose weight. Do you see anything negative about these drugs coming out in the years to come?
Okay, my doctor, nice doctor, but he's telling me I have to be on Ozempic, and I thought, I will try it. So I'm taking this. Instead of losing weight, I noticed that I'm gaining weight. And it's supposed to lose weight. So when I will come to see him, I will tell him that I'm not seeing any improvement. And he wants to take me from my other medications because he will say that Ozempic is good for me. And I have acid reflux from that one. I never had acid reflux, so I don't know why this one is giving me acids.
Well, they showed some of the pictures of some people, actresses who've been on Ozempic, and they're hollowed in the face, and they change a bit.
But so many people lost weight. Mm-hmm. I know, and even one of the psychic told me that she did, and she lost so much. So I thought, I will try it. I want to lose weight.
So will anything come out in the future that there's negative side effects?
It's already there. I don't want to repeat this. Please check, because there is so many people who were affected, and I can't say those things on the open microphone. But I'm saying that I'm not experiencing.
And remember, this is for entertainment only. And thank you for the likes and the subscriptions and ringing the bells and donations.
Some things are not allowed to be touched by me because I'm not a doctor.
Luann Bryan, can we affect our ancestors' lives and hardships by sending our prayers to them today, or should we leave history alone?
Going backwards to the history? I don't know.
Well, you answer and then I'll.
No, but I don't understand the question.
Can we affect our ancestors' lives and hardships? We live in parallel lives. Everything is past, present, and future is all one life. And so
I tried to affect my mom when she was alive before she even made
But that's when she's in 3-dimensional. But when you go into, like, Dolores Cannon says that we can affect our future, we consider it a future because it's on Earth, and the past by changing behaviors or putting out, like this is putting out prayers and everything for them, but changing by our actions, etc.
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
Maybe a little drop here, drop there, a lot of drops. It will make a bucket full of water. So you can try it. There is, a joke that I remember. A little mini man came in, the dwarf came to the gas station, and in Poland we had gasoline you can buy only by giving a stamp, so 25 liters per month for my little Fiat, our little Fiat. And so it was not too much. And then there is a little guy coming to the gas station and is asking her, how much is 1 drop of gasoline?
Oh, yeah, I remember this one, yeah.
And she said, nothing. So can you drop me 1 bucket of gasoline? Of gasoline. So eventually it can make a difference. And he said, wipers, Tesh, you can clean the wipers as well. Because she was telling him that he is stupid. And I was showing my brother that whenever I wanted to upset him, wipers too, and that was between me and him, knowing that he is saying something that is crazy. I believe that we can maybe drop by drop make some difference, especially in the family. If we are working all over the family, especially when they are gone, it's not going to be easy, and I don't know how comfortable it will be. Just be so patient and persistent. And that way
we may not know the effects.
That way we can remove even Hitler from the history. I don't know if that's possible. That's fear, and I don't know if that will work.
Craig Dixon is asking, how will it turn out for Alec Baldwin? And
you can read the Christina Narayani's comments. She is homeopathic doctor, and she make a comment about Ozempic. But thank you, Christina. You are qualified and I'm not.
Craig Dixon, how will it turn out for Alec Baldwin at the trial in Santa Fe, New Mexico?
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
I know he was framed, but he is saying that he didn't put the trigger. He pulled the trigger. He didn't know that there are real bullets there, but he pulled the trigger. Otherwise, the bullets wouldn't go by itself. So
yeah.
he is.
But he expected it to not be.
Yeah, but he should say, yeah, I pulled the trigger in the movie. We play game like kids are playing game and they are pulling triggers. But that's wrong, offensive that he has. So that might backfire at him. But he should say it. I was told that the gun is safe because it's even on the tape that someone is saying safe. They have some code that it's safe. And he wouldn't pull the trigger if he knew that he didn't have any problems with that lady. She was wonderful. She was from camera crew. Kamerzystka in Polish, but the one who is holding the camera. And it was so unfair for him. He didn't want to have that outcome. He wouldn't do it if he knew that there is a gun. He wanted to make good choices. He has sleepless nights, and it was someone's irresponsibility, and as well his, because he was pushing fast, and eventually it was slower. So
what will the verdict be for him then? You see him behind jail?
A spider web. So he will be in the hands of the spider. He will feel vulnerable. He will be in some dramatic situation. I'm sorry. It's not good to be in a spider's web.
Ursula Becker, I've just read a report about BRICS, BRICS. That's the Brazil, Russian, India, China, and South Africa. And they foster economic, political, and cultural cooperation
They
among
want
its
to
members.
make a new coins.
And that 25 countries are ready to join, including Middle East, Turkey, and Malaysia. 50 other countries are ready to join as well. The intention is to break the dollar dominance in international trade. Will this BRICS ever succeed? How will the euro be affected? So 2 parts. Will this BRICS ever succeed?
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
I see mountains of money. Yes, they will be successful. Surprise. Not everyone will trust, but with my intuition, I know that they will be kind of successful. And I remember when they were changing for euro in Germany, Germans were very unhappy. That was one of the closest that I knew about because my brother lives in Germany. Poland was happy when they changed, but everything went up in prices to the roof with the changes. So everything became more and more expensive. So I don't know if Europe will consider them as, but it will be an extra coins that people will be using. That's my feeling, that they will have to kind of have more coins. And the news stories about Trump Baron, about some coin.
Crypto coins.
Crypto coins. We don't know if it's true or not because it's kind of, so we are not going to talk about this yet, maybe next week or on Tuesday, on Wednesday. Are we done?
One more. Will the moderators Jake Tapper, and Dana Bash be able to keep Trump reined in?
So Dana Bash, I thought that it was Colin who was going to do
Kellyanne?
No, Colin, the young girl who had interview with Trump before. She was first chosen to be Dana Bash. Okay.
Tapper and Dana Bash.
Okay. Well, they are very mature. They are very strict and strong for CNN.
Thank you. 1, 2, 3.
It will be like oiling your bicycle train. Do you remember when we were young? The train was always falling. I don't know, in mine, I had to always repair that one because I will be driving. And if I change the speed a little bit faster, then the train will fall off the gears. Mm-hmm. And Trump will be making the problems anyhow. No matter how they will be trying to mutate him, he will not let them. He has that very, very strong voice. And I hope there will be more comebacks like that, or shut up, or be quiet, man, or act like an adult, not like a kid, because they have to prepare. And what is Chris Christie is helping Biden to get prepared for Trump aggressions. So yes, there will be, Trump will be hotty on hot, and Biden will be kind of boring and very good communicator. Symbol of a good communicator is the hero path. And Trump will be on a hot seat on the fire, so he will be acting like something is burning my, and yes, those will be healers, Dana Bash and Tapper. They will have to put the grip on them, not easy on Trump. And he will be accusing them as much as he can because that's his roles, and he never was happy. And Dana Bash, at least she's not in a period. She's over that time. She's over 50, so he wouldn't say that she is bleeding all over her. So he can be so rude, unbelievably. And it's unbelievable how rude he can be.
I just keep on thinking of the number of people who are going to have their children in therapy because they're following, and then they go into business trying to act like that, and it's not going to work.
No.
Do you want to get teed up for Saturdays?
Yes.
Don GUBB. This is just a U.S. national debt, whether it be a serious effort to reduce without cutting services. The debt is always caused by concessions for the wealthy. They get, like Trump brought in all these concessions and everything and raised your ceiling way, way high on billions. It is in taxing the people who are making all the money. Like, I mean, that guy from Boeing, he was interviewed from that Congress, and his salary doubled to almost $45 million.
Yeah, it's gaining so much in salary, and the regular workers didn't get any in 17 years.
It's always at the expense of the working people. But these people get, millions and millions and billions of dollars just because of the way the tax system is set up. And so they should be taxed. And the same as large businesses. If they're making lots of money, then they should also be taxed.
Yeah. There is 282 comments.
This is from Saturday's video.
When I had the blouse, looked like a bird poop on me.
I was not. But anyways.
Snow melted on me.
Anybody who made a comment on Saturday's video is eligible to get in the opportunity to have a reading. And it's a half an hour complimentary reading gifted by Janet and Tom Berg, BURG.
Thank you.
And so Violetta goes back and forward over all the comments.
And until Cheryl will free me and say to me, stop, I have to be careful not to go too far. I will go back. And you will have mercy on me. Julie Strashen.
Struchen.
Thank you for your ending with kind words. Thank you. Actually, a lot of you love the prayers, so I'm going to pin you. Please contact with me on my email. Send me your phone number, and my email is psychicvioletta@outlook.com. So please send me as soon as possible, and it is pinned on the previous video.
It's on Saturday's video, the first comment.
Not so on this, because your comment was on the other video, so I have to.
So please contact her as quickly as possible so that you can arrange for your reading. She likes to get these done as quickly as possible as well. Prayers.
Yes.
Alice L. 8042. I'd like to ask for healing prayers for my friend Liz, who has heart issues.
Oh my God.
And Droid is asking for prayers for Ukraine, Poland, and the Mecca pilgrims, as well as everyone Violetta and other viewers mentioned.
And I make a mistake. I thought that women are not allowed to go there. Women are allowed to walk with the men. So it's not that I was wrong. There was some place that the women were not allowed to some place. So sorry, I make a mistake. They are going to touch that black magical rock, and it's a saint rock for Muslims, and they are walking and suffering. Yesterday they were saying 1,300 people died. And we want to send them blessings and protection from the heat, because it's so hot. And this time of the year, it's so early for that heat. But it is what it is. So we want to protect everyone in Ukraine, in Gaza, and all over the world. And poor people who went to synagogue and church in Russia, and they were killed. So I'm praying for everyone who is a victim. I'm not praying for because I don't like Putin. So I'm praying for someone else. I'm praying for victims, and we have to protect victims.
The prayers also for those who should be rising, or well, we are all evolving.
Yeah.
So the vibrations rise at different levels. So maybe some of these people like Trump and Putin, their vibration may raise a little bit.
Yeah, and if we can drop on Putin,
Change it.
Yeah, Putin's and Trump's heads, that would be good for with the love and melting them, because there is so much need for health and for every one of you.
And Justice Warrior is also putting in healing light and peace, also justice to the world and good energy to all, also protections for all the children of the world.
Thank you.
This is such a wonderful community of love.
And we want to connect, create that bubble around the globe and protect ourselves. And from the heat, oh my gosh, so many people are affected all over the world. And the floods and tornadoes and hurricanes. So we want to make a heaven on earth. I love you guys and see you Wednesday. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.